jobs or perhaps an emergency popped up and it requires different ways to make $200 in a day. Published by NextGen Wealth. We all run into some tough times when it comes to money. Perhaps you've been randomly laid off, you're in between jobs, or perhaps an emergency popped up and it requires funds. It's never fun being at the mercy of money, but you have the power to take control of the situation and make the most of it. According to USA Today, 40% of Americans don't have $400 to spare if an emergency were to pop up right now. The same survey notes that the median savings account for a household is about $4,000, which is far below the recommended amount to have for rainy days. Many people don't like to think about emergencies or save money for a vague reason, yet it would tremendously help your situation if you were to have that cushion in place. For people with entry-level salaries or freelancers, it can be hard to stash away money. There are ways to make money quickly and legitimately if you find yourself in unfortunate spontaneous situations. You can also be looking to make money for things that don't stem from anything negative like an emergency. Maybe you're saving up for a dream trip, a fancy dinner, a new car, or any large purchase in the future that is special to you. Finding small yet significant ways to quickly make money can help you on your journey. You could even build on it and create a lucrative passive income for yourself. So, let's take a look at some ideas of how you can make $200 in one day. Rent out a room. If you're away for long stretches of the year, especially if you primarily travel for work, it would be fiscally savvy to let people rent out your room even if it's for a short period of time. Why pay into something that you're not even using? In the age of Airbnb, doing that can be super easy. Tourists and travelers will happily pay money to rent out your room if you live in a big city. If you live in a quiet town or a more remote location outside of the city, you can advertise your space as a relaxing retreat away from the bustle of regular life. Regardless of how you want to lease your room, you can use the money to help go towards your own rent or have it cover additional living expenses. If you're lucky enough to have purchased a house, you can lease an empty room for longer periods of time. Not only will you be providing housing to someone, but you'll get some money for a room that you may not be using. You can stash the money you're making away, or you could use it as extra income for spending on everyday expenses that arise. You could use it to pay down your mortgage. Deliver. If you have a car, you could use your time as a courier for companies such as Postmates, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, Amazon, and countless other companies that offer quick, same-day shipping. You'll also earn tips from those that found your delivery quick and easy. This requires more manpower than other options, but courier services will always be in high demand, especially if you live in a major metropolitan area. Drive for Uber or Lyft. In that same fashion, you could utilize your free time by being a rideshare driver for companies like Uber, Lyft, or Sidecar. As long as your vehicle passes specific standards that each company has, you'll be cleared to start driving people around town. Weekends and evenings are times that you can see a high demand for drivers. If you drive during busy times, there's a chance you could cash in on surge pricing. If you enjoy driving and meeting new people, this would be a great gig for you. Some companies will even offer upfront bonuses when you first sign up to drive with them. Again, you'll earn tips if your ride was safe, polite, and efficient. There are many ways to make $200 in a day with this option. Participate in surveys. Many companies reimburse members of the public for answering a few questions about their company or products that they offer. If you have some spare time, you can participate in those surveys and you'll usually receive cash as a thank you for your time. Sites like Survey Junkie offer a variety of online surveys and focus groups you can participate in. Tutor online. If you have an area of expertise, you can put that to use by sharing your time and knowledge with others. Online tutoring for young people and children in particular is a growing industry that is looking for people to hire. Note that for most tutoring positions you'll need a bachelor's degree at the minimum and you'll most likely be subjected to a round of interviews, much like any job interview. But if you're looking for a solid way to put your knowledge to use while earning money, online tutoring is a great option for you. Proofread. This is a great gig for anyone who is a big reader, writer, or both. Because of the dramatic increase in digital and online content, there is also an increase for making sure that content is properly stated and displayed. If you want to work from home or are not necessarily big into working with other people, this would be perfect for you. You could definitely make $200 in a day and maybe even end up working for yourself if you plan it out right. Many people have even started their own online proofreading businesses. Right. Freelance writing is another way to work for yourself and make some extra cash. If you have particular skills or even a full background in writing, this is a great way to keep exercising your writing muscle. There are always companies that are looking for things like copywriters or copy editors to help with client orders. Also, if you have SEO knowledge or have experience in digital branding and content creation, you'll be in high demand thanks to this social media boom we're experiencing. Many of these options can be done online and thus you can work from home while making money. If you're good enough and savvy enough, you could turn this into a business for yourself where you offer your writing services to clients online. Declutter and sell. Lifestyle guru Marie Kondo helped popularize the idea of sparking joy with the things that you have. With the things that don't bring joy to your life, sell off. You can have an old-fashioned yard sale in your driveway. Make sure to tell your neighbors and advertise with signs around the neighborhood. Or you could even take to social media and advertise the sale on Facebook. If you want to earn more for your things, you can take to Craigslist, eBay, Depop, or Facebook Marketplace. You can earn a bit more money this way, especially if you're looking to get rid of large things. If you're selling off clothes, you could take them to stores like Buffalo Exchange or Crossroads Trading Post. They offer cash equal to a certain percentage of the item that you bring in. If you're selling more high-end clothes or even jewelry, take it to a specialty consignment store that specifically looks to sell luxury items at a rate closer to what you paid for the item. We all have plenty of stuff laying around our house or closet that we could easily sell that would make us $200 in a day. Peruse jobs on Craigslist. You can look under the gigs section of Craigslist for one-day or other short-term jobs such as helping someone move, painting walls, or even organizing parties and events. You can also find quick writing or proofreading jobs. They usually pay in cash or check, so you can be assured that you get your money at the end of the day. Of course, it is Craigslist, and not everything on that site is legitimate. Be smart about the gigs that you pick up. Someone who is genuinely looking to hire people should be available to clearly communicate who they are and what they are looking for. You should be clear too about the amount you're getting paid, how you're getting paid, where the job is, and how long the job is for. If anything seems fishy, just move on to another listing. There will always be better ones on the horizon. Babysit or pet sit. This is a good gig for those that enjoy being in the company of animals or children. It can be a rewarding experience, personally speaking, aside from the reward of money for your time and care. You can start with family and friends, but you can also expand your services to the public. Care.com is a site that professionally offers childcare and pet care on demand. They also now offer tutoring services. Similar to what was listed earlier, you can offer your knowledge in subjects and help young people in their studies. Looking after children will make you more money, but taking care of pets would be an easier task to accomplish. Know what environment works best for you before other people trust you with their children and pets. Organize. Organizing closets, home libraries, and even kitchens can be things that are particularly overwhelming to people who don't have much time on their hands. If you're good at keeping things tidy, you can offer your services to people willing to pay for someone to help organize their living space. Usually, the people who are willing to pay for someone to do this work long hours and live in larger homes. This means you can easily charge upwards of $30 to $50 an hour or more to affluent clients who have larger living spaces and larger messes. This one is a great idea if you're looking for different ways to make $200 in a day. Rent storage space. If you have a garage that is empty or a particularly large basement, you can rent out these spaces to those with large things that they aren't regularly using. Perhaps someone has a vintage car that needs work, or a small boat that they don't use in the wintertime, or even old furniture that they can't sell off or has emotional value that they can't get rid of. You can charge your clients by the month or a seasonal or even an annual rate. It's also up to you whether or not all the money is due up front or whether they can send in a monthly payment to use the space. Test websites. Some companies hire members of the public to test their websites before they go fully live. Similar to a survey, they'll ask you to rate things like user-friendliness or visual aesthetics. They'll also ask you technical aspects as well, such as if all links are working properly or if the loading speed is efficient. Obviously, you'll need a computer or smartphone that works properly, and usually you'll need to be 18 or older to participate. These are just a few ways that you can make $200 a day. There is no necessarily right or wrong way to make money quickly. Some ways on this list could make you even more than $200 a day if you're good at it. It's all about what you're good at and makes the most sense for you. Take time to invest in yourself and into the work that you do, and I can assure you it will pay off. Life planning, personal finance. Get started here. Trying to find a good financial planner to meet your needs can be rough. That's exactly why we created the Getting Started process. It's a simple framework that will help in your decision-making process so you can find the right advisor for you. Learn more. About the author. This article was written by Clint Haynes, CFP.